Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Drop the Mic, where Will and I do whatever we want because Mike's not here. And we have I'm Isaac, this is Will. We have our special guest, Mr. Chris Clinch. You want to say something? Do you want to say something, Chris, in your deepest voice?
Yes.
Okay, who are you really? Unveil yourself. We have Miss Leonie, and the son of Mr. Chris.
Son.
Yes, but daughter.
The daughter.
The female version of a son. This is his daughter. We're doing good so far.
Yeah.
We have a special episode with Leonie because we want to ask her some questions. You're our first kid on the show. How do you feel?
I'm feeling good.
Anything you want to start off with, Will?
No, I'm just nervous.
Why are you nervous?
I don't know.
For where I'm going to take it, or
There's
how
just
she's going
somebody else's child on the podcast with us.
You afraid she's going to destroy the studio?
No, I know she's got an awesome story, and I want to do her justice. You know, I don't know. I just am a nervous dad right now. She's not even my daughter, so.
All right, so I guess we're just going to ask Ani some questions and see where this goes. It might be a shorter episode. We'll see. So something cool about Ani. Do you want me to call you Leonie or Ani? I want to ask you,
Ani.
where does the name Leonie come from? It sounds Hawaiian.
I don't know. My mom, she was thinking of Lavani.
I spelled it wrong?
No, but and she saw my name. Then she was like, "Well, I don't want people to call her Vani, so Leonie was better."
The nickname is always a strong consideration in the name.
Yeah. I've hesitated to tell my wife nicknames that I had in mind for children because she then wouldn't name them that, and I'm like, no, I like that nickname. So
Our test was always Danielle's brother, my brother-in-law. He came up with nicknames I can't share on air, and if it could survive a nickname test from him, then it was a good name.
it was good.
All right, so we don't know where Leonie comes from, but it's not Lavani.
How you
Yeah.
spell Leonie?
Layani.
And something I'm excited about with having Leonie here is we spent several years together in another country, if you know, you know, in Southeast Asia. So I'm going to ask you some of your, some of your insights on that, some things that you remember, stuff like that. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start off with how old were you when your family moved to another country?
So I was 4 months when we went over.
Was that really hard on you?
Not really. I don't really remember.
You don't remember any of it. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, from my perspective, what I remember is my wife and I were going to get married, and you guys were your family was supposed to be over there, I think, before we got married. And then I remember your mom announcing that she was pregnant with you. And we were all very excited, and it changed the timeline for you guys. So then your friend overseas, who was sitting over there but now left, she was born the day of our wedding, and then you were born a couple months later. Well, a few months later. And then the next year you guys went to...
Okay, so wait a minute. This is news to me because I've known you for a little bit now. Is your first conscious memory in Southeast Asia?
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought you were already you were a little kid that moved over there with your family. You were a baby.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
True blue baby.
This is new information to me. 4 months old. That's like a baby.
Can you remember any of your, do you have any first memories? Any stories that you remember?
I remember, so me and my friend, we are only a couple months apart, and we found this bag of lollipops, and we decided to sneak them, and so we put 5 in our mouth, and then we had a really bad problem of just throwing them in the path. So we just, every time we grabbed one, we just leave the wrapper on the floor, and we just let there be a path to come find us. And I had this Elsa and Anna tent, and we hid in that while we were eating lollipops.
So your first memory is of being a sinner. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, littering.
One of
candy.
So you're in your house in Asia and you found a bag of lollipops and you just consumed them all in one go. Is that that's one of your earlier memories?
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
also there was this.
Like, how old were you?
We were like 3.
Wow. That sounds about right.
Then there was this also. We were at a restaurant in Asia, and there was these people, and they were celebrating their birthday. So, and they asked if we wanted to celebrate with them, and my brother and my sister, and they were like no. So I went up there by myself, and they were using one fork.
They were all sharing a fork?
Yes.
Ew.
And then I don't know why, but I didn't really care.
Probably because you were 3.
Yeah.
And there was
So-
cake.
Yeah. So I just ate it.
So this is the restaurant that had the plates made out of leaves, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to set up the story, there was a mall near where we lived, that we went to pretty often. And there was a restaurant that we all enjoyed. Were Momo's your favorite food?
Probably.
So Momo's was like effectively a chicken dumpling, and we'd go there and get a bunch of those and share them. But I don't know if you remember this. You'll have to chime in. Everywhere we went, Ani was the star, because we were living predominantly in an area where people were not white, and here was this white, cute little girl, blonde hair. Do you remember how it reacted to you when you were a kid?
Yes. They would grab my cheeks.
All
they
the
would
time.
Squish them around, and they would say, "Oh, can I take her home?" They would take pictures of me. And whenever I was 1 year old, I was told the story. I don't remember it, of course, but we were at a restaurant in Asia, like again, and one of the waiters took me to the back of the restaurant, and my older sister, she had to go get me because they would just take me sometimes.
It was wild, honestly. You know, you see these clips of celebrities overreacting and like flipping their lid because they're sick of paparazzi. That was the treatment that Ani got while we were overseas.
Yeah, my older brother, he would be like, "Here, Ani, stay behind me," because of how many people. If one came in, they would want to take pictures of me, or like, it was just crazy.
Yeah, it was honestly wild to see how they would flock to you when you were in a public space.
Mm-hmm.
I think you probably handled it better than your parents did, just because you didn't know otherwise. But
Yeah.
Of course, everybody's into me.
yeah,
I'm pretty awesome. I'm a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
At least that's how my 3-year-old feels about life. So
So your story, you shared the birthday cake with this family, even though you were sharing their fork.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah. I remember our first birthday celebration in that country. You never got to meet our friend in the city that we started in. Do you remember that we started it in a different city and learned language?
Yeah.
And we got invited to a birthday party, and there's just like 8 of us in a room smaller than the size of, about the size of the desk. And a birthday cake got brought out, and what we learned was, are you drinking on the job right now? What we learned was that the birthday is that our sponsor for the day?
no.
What we learned was that the person whose birthday it was fed everyone else. So I'm like, I don't even know these people, and he's sticking his fingers in my mouth to feed me from his birthday cake. It was exciting. All right, so
It just sounds uncomfortable.
it was,
to-
and that was
to me.
everything about our time overseas. Do you remember any other uncomfortable stories?
Yeah. So on our way back, actually, I was sitting by
Back to the States?
back to the States. Yeah, when we went back.
Okay, let me set the table for this one. So we came back in 2020, right?
Yeah.
Mostly due to COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And your family and the other family on our team had this meeting about whether or not to take a government chartered flight back to the States, but that meant a 10-hour plus drive from your home in this country to a major city to get on an airplane. And are you going to talk about the storm and everything? Do you remember the storm? I wasn't there, but from the accounts that I've heard, a major storm came through while you guys were on the bus. And of course, think back to COVID. This is like we're in one of the more populated countries in the world, and the streets are basically cleared of people. They're on a charter bus for sort of ominous reasons, with a literally ominous cloud coming right at them. But anyhow, go ahead, tell your story. So you're on the bus.
Yeah, we're on the bus. I'm sitting by my friend, and she always used to copy me when we were younger. So I said, my stomach hurts. She said, yeah, mine too. And then for some reason I said, you're just copying me because I said that. But then, 2 minutes later, she threw up on the bus on me. I started screaming. We both left that seat, and I went to go sleep on my dad's lap.
Nice. That's gross. So she wasn't copying, or if she was copying, she was working hard at it.
Yeah.
Yuck. So do you remember coming back to the States, like when you first got back here, and what it felt like to be back here?
We were always excited when we came back, all my siblings, and I think whenever they said we're staying in the States, I think we were all excited because we loved coming back to the that had new stuff, I guess, from where Asia had.
Okay.
Yeah, but for you, it wasn't even like coming back, right? Like all you knew was Asia.
Well, we did come back for the 6-month period, and I would have my birthday there a lot.
Oh, you would be back in
the
U.S.
Yeah.
For your birthday.
Yeah. So your younger brother, what year was he born?
He was born
19?
2017.
17. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you guys were back for about 6 months then here, and then you went back to Asia, and then, do I remember right? You were back here for part of 2019, and then just a few months before. So in the States at the end of 2019, moved back, and then a few months later, because of COVID, would officially move back to the States, right?
Yeah.
So you'd spent a bunch of time here. What was going back after you'd spent a few months here like?
Going back, I always loved because I got to see my dog, and she was pretty sick. Whenever we were in the States, she almost died a couple times. So we were always really excited to see her.
Okay.
Dogs are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was a part of the team, huh?
Yeah, she was.
Yellow Lab, right?
Yeah.
Isn't she? No, I think she's gone now.
She got adopted.
No, she got adopted by a family that had the same breed, the exact same breed of dog, but a boy.
Because I think I was just talking to your dad. I think she's still doing well.
Yeah. She hasn't gotten sick at all now.
So that's cool. She's still kicking it, having fun.
Yeah.
What'd you like best about living over there?
It was just so cool to have a different culture. I didn't really like the language my mom said. I didn't really want to learn it, but now I'm yeah, it would be really cool to learn.
Do you remember any of the words?
Some. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you like the food?
I loved the food.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember you were big on the rice and
dal.
Rice and dal. It's good.
It's hard to hate.
Yeah, I love it for breakfast.
I have a very vivid memory. So when Danielle and I first got there, you would have been, so it was 2017, you'd have been almost 2.5 when we first moved there. And you said about your Elsa and Ani, or is that their
Elsa and Anna
tent. I remember that, and I also remember. Sorry,
you got a 3-year-old daughter.
She hasn't watched
Elsa
it.
And Anna?
She hasn't watched it.
At one point in my life, I said I was never going to watch that, and I managed for a while. Now I've seen it like 800,000 times. So.
I watched both of them as a childless married person.
Yeah, see. I refrained, and then I got sucked into the frozen whirlwind. So
Anyhow, you had one of their, I don't know which one, dresses that you wore all the time.
it was probably
Yeah,
blue.
I
so
had
it's probably
Elsa.
the Elsa dress
Really?
because
I
she's
had
got blonde
Elsa.
hair. Come
Yeah.
on, man.
I
She's
even wore
clearly
it like
Elsa.
whenever I was drinking hot chocolate. I think I like put on that dress a lot because I have some pictures when we were in Asia of me drinking hot cocoa in that dress.
Yeah, I remember you didn't like me at first. You were shy, but within a day, truly, because we were staying in your house, I have a video on my old phone of you standing up on the bed next to me. I was trying not to fall asleep because I was jet lagged from the plane ride over, and you're twirling in your dress, and I think you were singing Baby Shark. I think that was the song of the day, and you just kept singing it. And I was like, all right, she likes me now. I remember that pretty well. What else should I ask you about? Do you feel like you wished you had lived all of your life here or all of your life there?
I don't know. I love both places.
Yeah. Do you think you'll ever go back?
Yeah, maybe not, probably not to live, but to visit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we covered what you like most, which you said your dog and the food. What'd you like least about living over there? Air conditioning.
No, there
I had air conditioning.
Yeah. I don't know. I liked it all.
That's good. What do you like most about living in Western Pennsylvania?
I've made great friends because they actually speak English.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah.
It helps to be able to talk to your friends.
Yeah.
Given more time, you'd have been able to talk to them there too. Yeah, I think that just kind of is a testament to the resilience of children. Like, you didn't know a difference, right? You were just there with your parents and you felt safe with them and didn't really have to worry, right? Do you remember using like public transportation over there?
I remember, I forget what they're called, but what were the
autos?
Yeah, the
Mhm.
autos. I remember going on those.
Mm-hmm. I remember very specifically there was concern originally, like with you and your buddy, because it seemed unsafe. There's just a lot of people, and it's really dirty and really intense. But again, you were just along for the ride, right?
Yeah. There was this place that I would always love to go to. It was kind of like, it wasn't quite a trampoline park, but it had like these really big slides, and it was just really fun.
Really big slides. Was it at the mall or in a
It was
different
near
place?
the mall. Yeah.
I can't remember it.
They had like those playgrounds, indoor playgrounds with all the squishy, like the hanging
Oh yeah.
ball. Yeah.
Mhm. Nice. Do you remember coming to visit Danielle and I out at our house?
I remember when we spent the night.
What do you remember about it?
Didn't you guys have a cat?
I think we were cat sitting when you guys came over. Yep.
Yes, I remember seeing that cat.
I was thinking about how excited you guys were because there was always stray dogs around.
Yeah.
And so there was a season, now I can't even remember, I think it was the end of January. Every year, no matter where you were, there was a season where little street puppies showed up. And you could just play with the puppies. So you guys came over the one time, and there was like a whole litter, 6 puppies that just hung around our house because we'd feed them. Then we get to play with puppies for a day and then toss them back out. Well, we didn't take them inside. We just left them there and let nature take care of them. But it was awesome because you could just play with puppies wherever you went.
Yeah, I remember that all my siblings and my friend and her brother, we all had our own street puppy. And we named them. We knew
I forgot about, was it Oreo?
No, Oreo was a different litter of puppies.
Is that the one that they kept though?
Yeah.
The Adams? Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot about all the puppies that you guys tried to take care of.
Yeah, and I forget mine's name, but we all had. It was really fun because we got to like pick them up. I think we even gave them milk one time.
Yeah. Everyone had a season of trying to raise puppies and then realizing we didn't want to raise puppies, and so we just tossed them back outside. You guys lasted the longest, though, I think.
Yeah.
You had multiple puppies, and you were feeding them and trying to build a house for them, and yeah, that's awesome.
So how old are you now?
I'm almost 11.
Almost 11. So if you came back in 2020,
Half and half.
over half of your life has now been back here.
Yeah.
And the half that you probably remember better. What's life
Yeah.
been like back here?
It's been awesome. I've made a lot of new friends, like I said. I went to school for 3 years, but now we're back to homeschool.
Where'd you go to school?
Luckily, I went to school at Grace Christian.
Why'd you say
Ayo.
luckily?
Luckily, because I didn't really, I don't know, I just didn't. It wasn't the best experience of a school.
Yeah. Well, and you were used to being homeschooled already, right?
Yeah.
So 11, does that make you, did you just start 5th grade?
Just start 6th grade.
Just
actually.
start 6th grade. See, I don't know my age to grade ratio very
Well,
well.
I would have
yet.
said the same thing. Maybe she's just smart.
Yeah, well. What's your favorite subject?
I don't know. I like them all.
Well, I always see you run around this place. What's church mean to you in your life?
Tell us about Harvest.
It's like home, kind of, because I'm always here, and because both of my parents work here, and I've met some really great, like, older people. Not old, but like older people here.
Not like as old as Will, but older.
But
You know I'm like 8 years younger than your dad, right?
I
know.
Did I say that? Did I say that loud enough?
I heard a couple times he was thinking about chiming in. So I got a picture recently, probably about a month ago, and it was you and my niece Willow and your friend Evie and who else was in it? Liv. I think that was it. And you were all, do you know what picture I'm talking about? You were all around a table, I think at the Adams house, doing something. What do the four of you do in a group together?
we just play, like, sometimes we play board games, but
I'm thinking specifically, I got a picture of the four of you sitting around a table with teacups and Bibles. You were having a
Oh,
tea party
we were
and
having
Bible
a
study.
tea party and Bible study. Liv invited us over, and we just had a little Bible study and tea party.
So how old are all of you? You're all about the 10 range, right?
Yeah, Liv's 10, Evie's 10. Sorry, Liv's 11, Evie's 10, and Willow just turned 10.
So all the same age, these young ladies are starting their own Bible study / tea party. Do you remember anything from it, like what you talked about, or?
I think we are in the book of Mark or John.
Okay. Were you studying a specific story?
I don't really
It
remember.
was a little bit ago.
Yeah.
I was so encouraged to see that. Like, that is just so cool to me that
Me and Evie, we did a FaceTime Bible study from the whole book of Hebrews
whoa,
together.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. So this is the young ladies of our church preparing to take over the world.
So, I guess to ask the uncomfortable question in the room, but do you feel like you already have a relationship with Jesus? I mean, I think I know the answer to this.
Yeah.
What does Jesus mean to you in your life? Or
He has I've always loved Jesus, but from this past year, I think since I've been getting older, I've wanted to grow a closer relationship with him.
yeah, that's awesome. So you've had the blessing of growing up like in in a Christian house. Like, presumably your mom and dad are Christians.
Yeah.
We hired them to be.
Because they work here. And one of them's a pastor here. So you just like, Jesus has been in your household since as long as you can remember.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking about that group of four. All four have committed parents who love the Lord, love their kids.
Yeah. Do you ever remember like deciding on your own that like wanting to grow closer? Like you said, it happened recently. Is it really in this last year that you've kind of had the thought like this needs to matter to me, not just be my parents' thing?
No, I've always wanted to share the gospel, even whenever I was like little. I'm still little, but you know what I mean. But I don't know, just this past year, I think like my mom gave me her childhood Bible, and it's like my favorite Bible. I take it to church sometimes.
Why is it so special?
I don't know. It's because my mom has all of her old notes in it, and it's like really cool to see like what she thought of the Bible when she was my age.
It's like carrying a piece of your mom with you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you add notes to it?
Yeah, I do.
You going to give it to your daughter someday?
I don't know.
You can
The
just
last-
fill the whole thing
Yeah.
up with notes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite Bible stories? Hold on to your question. Didn't forget.
I really like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Why do you
When-
like them?
Because whenever they were supposed to worship someone else, they still worshipped Jesus. And even when they got thrown into the fire, God protected them.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, the craziest part of that story to me, I think if I'm remembering correctly, they say, our God has the power to save us. And even if he chooses not to, we are still going to worship
save
him.
us. He will save us. But even if he doesn't, we're
But-
not going to bow down to your...
But even if he doesn't, so
Yeah.
even if he lets us burn up, that's okay. We're still going to worship him.
But he
Yeah.
didn't. And who else was in the fire?
Jesus.
Someone else was in the fire with them. Cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
What was your question before I cut you off?
You've been baptized
Yeah, I was baptized 2 summers
as a
ago.
baby? No.
No.
What do you mean, no?
It's very dismissive.
Yeah, sounds like you could have been. Beep.
Welcome to Drop the Mic, everybody.
Sorry, jokes. 2 summers ago.
Yeah.
Was it
it
one
was
of our
with-
services?
Yeah, it was one of our services. I got actually baptized in the Allegheny River.
Psh,
Nice.
me too. Who dunked you? Your dad.
I think my dad, and I'm pretty sure Uncle Isaac.
Yeah, I can't remember. That sounds reasonable.
Nice.
I think I did Willow too, maybe.
Yeah.
What made you want to get baptized?
I don't know. I just felt like I said, I wanted to grow a closer relationship with Jesus, and I thought I was ready.
Good deal. Did they make you like say anything beforehand?
I was really nervous because there was like over 100 people. So
Yeah, everybody's always really nervous.
Yeah.
They clam up.
my brother got baptized that summer too.
As a baby.
Older brother or
Yeah.
younger brother?
Older brother.
Oh, older brother.
All
Never mind.
right, so you right now, as our first young,
Childhood guest.
yeah, you have the chance that no one else has had before to address your peers, to influence the entire world of people under 12 years old.
But none of them are listening. Don't worry. It's just us. No
pressure, but you might change the world with what you have to say next. Do you have anything that you want to share?
Yeah, what would you say to other very young people who haven't made the decision you've made where you want to have a relationship with Christ?
I don't know.
World changer right there.
Quit being so dumb. I don't know.
Have better parents.
Yeah.
Do you have any if your younger brother was sitting here, doesn't have to be something encouraging. It could be yelling at him. If there was an army of your younger brother, boys and girls, is there something that you'd say to them to get them to where you are right now? Even if it's, I'm not just talking about in terms of your relationship with Jesus, but just your life in general. What do people younger than you need to know?
Always trust Jesus, that he will protect you, and yeah.
Great. Wasn't trying to force something, but
Yeah.
I knew she'd come up with something brilliant.
I don't know.
Because she is brilliant.
What's the hardest question you can think of to ask Isaac right now?
Yes.
What was the funniest story with my dad, Uncle Nate, and you?
Oh, with the three of us. The first story I was thinking of didn't involve either of them, and I can't tell it on air because of certain words. The second story I was thinking of was a language story, but it also doesn't involve any of them. I think the three of us, I know we had some really fun trainings. The one time we were doing a training with some of our guys, and I think your dad, I'm guessing he had just come back from the States and brought Swedish fish. I don't know if it was him or not. So he brought Swedish fish, and we shared it with the guys on the local guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they had never seen the candy before, and all they knew was that it was in the shape of a fish. So first of all, they didn't even want to try it because they thought it was going to taste like fish. And when the one guy tried it, and he really loved it because, it's all sugar.
Yeah.
And
There's some red dye 40 in there.
Yeah.
Which makes it better.
The second guy, when he tried it, it was like we had stuck a piece of hot garbage in his mouth. He could not get it out of his mouth quick enough. For some reason, he hated it. And we just picked on him relentlessly after that, trying to offer him Swedish fish. That wasn't the funniest story, but that was the first one that came to my mind. I'm trying to think if there were any others. Yeah, I don't know. We had some
I'm
good
only
times.
thinking of one story that involves you and a train.
That was the
platform.
first story I was thinking of. Can't share all that. Ask
And
me
it
about
involves incontinence.
Wow, spoiler alert, man. That's like the peak of the story. Yeah, there was a lot of good stories like that. I remember this wasn't you asked for funny, right? This one isn't funny. But I remember when you guys, I think it was the first trip you were going to take back to the States. You'd been for about 2.5 years. And we were going to do a training, and I think it was like the next day or something you guys were going to leave. And we started to realize that every time something major was going to happen, like if it was going to be a really important training or like in this case, your parents were really worried about making sure everything was ready to go and no one was getting hurt and no delays were happening so that you could go back to the States. That was the time. Do you remember your dad cutting his hand open?
Yes, I do. I remember. I was so scared.
Do you remember what happened?
I remember. I think he was trying. I remember him getting out of the car, it got cut with like a really sharp piece of glass or like metal.
I think he like drove into some barbed wire and he was trying to get it out.
He was trying to get it out.
And when he got it out, it like was spring loaded and sliced his hand. He had to go get stitches, I think, right? Did he get stitches? And this was like a day before you guys were leaving.
Yeah.
And then something else happened. It was like with one of your...
With me.
Yeah. With your teeth or something? Or am I thinking of the wrong thing?
No, that was Ada. I think she chipped her tooth.
Yeah, I think you're right. But what was the one you were thinking of? What happened with you?
So I don't know if this is... No, it was a day before we went to go to a different place. Mm-hmm. Not the United States. And we're going. And a day before that, Liv me and Livy were saying goodbye to each other. They came over. She said something rude to me. I don't really know. Maybe it was me being dramatic, but because my 3-year-old self was pretty dramatic, probably. But I ran up to my sister's room. I locked the doors, and they had like these like door locks, and I was like trying to lock it. It wouldn't lock it, and then it split open. It split open my finger, like really bad, and I still have the scar.
Where is it?
It's right there.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff seemed to always happen before big trips.
Yeah.
Strangely enough.
So every time you guys were getting ready to go somewhere, there was a medical.
Someone was ending up in the
Slice.
hospital.
Yeah.
It was kind of wild. Yeah, we also realized, this is on a bit of a deeper note, but like, again, when a really important, in our minds, a really important training was coming up or something, like temptation to sin would increase, conflict would increase, just overall need for Jesus to intervene in our lives. And so when we started recognizing that pattern, we started being, one, much more wary before trips and before trainings, but also we would just pray a lot more, like that the Lord would give us unity and protect us from evil and stuff like that. And that was I think that was a good lesson for all of us, to be reminded that our battle is not against flesh and blood, but against the spiritual forces in this present darkness.
Yeah.
Any other topics we want to hit? Questions we want to? Anything else you want to talk
I remember me and Livy used to go on your legs, and you would walk around with us.
You'd sit on my foot and hold on to my leg, yeah.
Yeah, we'd wrap both of the feet too.
I remember
Liv would
one
be
time,
on one, I would be on the other.
I don't remember which one of you it was, but it was right after we got back, and I had just had cellulitis really bad in my foot to the extent that I couldn't even walk. And I think it was Liv, just real quick ran up to me and sat on that foot. And I was, oh! That hurt really bad. But yeah, I forgot about that. That's funny. My niece and nephew do that to me too. Maybe they learned it from you guys.
Maybe.
Any other stories you want to share? Well, I think it was really cool having you on. Thanks for joining us, especially last minute. She just found out a couple minutes before the show.
Yeah, I literally, they were like, do you want to be on the podcast? And I was like, sure.
Well, we needed somebody to save us.
Yeah.
And you seemed like the right call.
We should have played some sort of game, like a drinking game. We got permission from our parents. We should have played a drinking game.
We should have.
Next time.
Next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shot roulette, hot sauce, milk, vinegar.
Oh, yeah, that would have been a fun
Or
one.
do you know that Oreo game where like there's cups at the bottom of it, and then you
roll it down.
Roll it down. It's like coffee, vinegar, mustard, milk.
Yeah, we really failed not having something fun on our first kid episode.
Well,
That's right.
she
It
can
was
come
good.
back.
It was fun. Yeah. Thanks for joining the show.
Yep.
Can you cross your arms like this? Make a fist and fist bump. All right. We out.
See you guys.
See ya.